important for our realization of the value of precious human life. उल्बेन संवृत्तस्तस्मिन् अन्त्रैश्च बहिरावृतः आस्ते कृत्वा शिरः कुक्षौ भुग्नपृष्ठशिरोधरः. Yeah, if someone wants to repeat, they can repeat. Ulpena samvrutastasmin antraischa bahiravrutaha aste krutva shirah kukshau bhugna prishta shirodharaha. Ulpena samvrutastasmin antraischa bahiravrutaha आस्ते कृत्वा शिरकुक्षौ भुग्नपृष्ठशिरोधरः. Word to word translation. Ulbena by the Amnoyan, Samvrutaha enclosed, Tasmin in that place, Antrai by the intestines, Cha and Bahihi outside, Avrutaha covered, Aste he lies, Krutva having put, Shira the head, Kukshav towards the belly, Bhugna bent, Prushtha back, Shira dara neck. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Placed within the amnion and covered outside by the intestines, the child remains lying on one side of the abdomen, his head turned towards his belly, and his back and neck arched like a bow. But if a grown man were put into such a condition as the child within the abdomen, completely entangled in all respects, it would be impossible for him to live even for a few seconds. Unfortunately, we forget all these sufferings and try to be happy in this life, not caring for the liberation of the soul from the entanglement of birth and death. It is an unfortunate civilization in which these matters are not plainly discussed to make people understand the precarious condition of material existence. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapatakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Aradhya Bhagavan Brajesha Tanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachi Vupasana Vrajavado Varkena va kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamamalam Prema Pumato Mahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Matamiti Tatradarana Paraha. Hare Krishna. This is such a wonderful sloka. So, Lord Kapila is teaching to Mother Devahuti about the importance of devotional service, the importance of human life, because this is the point where we need to be aware of ourselves, what situation we are in. Here it is mentioned that the situation of the baby in the womb. So when the father and mother gets union, it is the process is simple, but the result is very precarious. At the same time, it is a great opportunity for the living being. And in the Skanda Purana, it is mentioned that for a jiva to get into the womb of a suitable mother, it is not that easy. Back end process is a lot. When we are seeing our phones working so nicely, smartphone, just like this, click, 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 we will get so many windows. Just imagine behind this uses how many hours of the software engineers must be there. So if we understand that one, we will give value to the phone. In the same way, whatever we are using, people are realizing the importance of the gadgets. They are taking care of it nicely. But unfortunately, they are not understanding their own situation. For a jiva to enter into the womb of a suitable mother and father, it's millions of waiting time is there sometimes. Sometimes if they are fortunate enough, according to the karma, according to their desires, they'll get certain body. But if they don't have enough piety, the soul with a lot of subtle desires, without gross body, it will experience a hellish life. The soul will experience a hellish life. And in the Yamaloka or in the Pitraloka, Aryama is the in charge of the Pitraloka. They will wait in the line hankering, I want body, I want body, I want body for thousands of years. And once if they get that body, they will be extremely happy. And after getting into the womb, when the soul is suspended into the womb of the mother through the father, it seems to be simple, but after the soul enters, before one type of hellish journey was there, before getting the body, hankering for the body, I want to fulfill all my desires. Like a madman, addicted to fulfill their smoking desires, their drug desires, how much the person will hanker. In the same way, the subtle body of the soul hankers like that. And when it is put into the womb, again it is the second series of the hellish condition. There a black room will be there, and they will be packed tightly in that black room with no sunlight, no ventilation, no one to talk, no personal, no activity to do, and they have to squeeze in that body. And after few months, it smells so horrible, because he has to live in an atmosphere of his own poo and urine. And the situation is so horrible, he will pray desperately, and that too only if he has enough piety, only he will be praying so desperately. At the 7th month, the baby can see, if they are pious enough, the baby can see Paramatma, because he was in such a horrible condition. Because of his a little piety, he could see Paramatma, and he will beg Paramatma, please get me out of this horrible condition, hellish condition. And that's the reason Simanta ceremony is celebrated to the mothers in the 7th month. Why? this is the reason. At that time, usually if the baby is pious, they can see Paramatma. So when they are offering, celebrating this Simantanayana ceremony, they will offer Arati to the womb also. Why? What's the need? So this is the actual reason. At that time, the baby can see Paramatma, and that is such a fortunate moment. He will develop to a conscious stage where he can see Paramatma, he can pray to Paramatma, he can realize his own situation. So after that, that is the second part of the hellish series. And the third part is coming out of that dark condition. There is a severe pressure, severe intentional situation for the baby to come out, but there is only small hole available. He has to push himself to come out of that small hole, and it is another hellish. Suppose there is one Moksha Marga in South India, in an Arunachala Mandira. It is a famous Lord Shiva temple, and the gap is only this much, maybe this much. And it is said that whoever can pass through that hole, they will be, for sure they can get moksha. So they will, all the people, they will do circumambulation, and finally our piety, everything will be revealed there. Sometimes even a big fatty person, they can pass through that. Sometimes even a lean person, they will stuck up in that hole. You can see, if you know anyone there who is going, you can ask with them. And that is the eligibility. In the same way, the baby from the womb has to come out, means if they are pious enough, they will have a smooth journey. Otherwise, they suffer a lot. The mother will suffer, the baby will suffer, and it is like a second birth, rebirth to the mother. If you ask any mother who undergoes this pain, are you enjoying your giving birth to your baby? You want to have another baby immediately? Then she will slap at your face. Such is the situation. But there will be a gap because the soul is undergoing severe tribulations, right? In the material world, there will be two kinds of situations. Even you desire or you don't desire. Tasyaiva heto prayateta kovido nalabhyate yad brahmatam uparyadaha tallabhyate yad dukkavadanyata sukam kalena sarvatra gabhira ramhasa. Even you want happiness, distress will come sometimes. Even you don't want distress or you want distress, you have to experience. And even you don't pray for happiness, happiness will come. This material world is like that. Even you go to the upper planets, even you go to the lower planets, these both will be there. But the severity will be more in the lower hellish planets. The pain, dukkha part will be more severe, intense in the hellish planets, and sukha part will be more intense and severe in the higher planets. But both will be there no matter in the material world, any corner you go. Even you desire, you pray, or you want for it or not. So here also, after a series of tribulations of the jiva, Lord will give some break. And what is that break? Avaranatmika Maya. There are two kinds of Mayas. Pratyeshaptika Maya and Avaranatmika Maya. So this Prakshepatmika Maya means even when we are progressing in spiritual life also, we'll experience this one. What is that? Suppose a person has, this is the analogy of Srila Prabhupada, the example given by Srila Prabhupada, Prakshepatmika Maya. A person in his previous life, before coming to Krishna consciousness, he has a addiction of smoking. And after coming to Krishna consciousness, he got rid of that habit with the association of devotees and scriptures. And now, for example, he has gone to a place where there are so many smokers are there, and he is trying to preach them. When he is preaching, one of the persons there, he offered a cigarette to him also. And he is a very well advanced devotee. He holds the cigarette and he explains the how important Krishna consciousness is, and all of a sudden he starts smoking with that cigarette. And then immediately after some time he realizes that, oh shit, I am sorry, I shouldn't have smoke. Sorry, he realizes that and he immediately throws the cigarette. That means he comes to his senses. Because of the previous habits, he accepted that situation, but immediately he regrets for his own actions. That is prakshepatmika maya. And in Bhagavad Gita, that kind of mistakes are forgiven, but we should not take it as excuse. And it is mentioned that apichet suduracharo bhajite mam anyanyava kasadureva samantave samrakha rahitomal. So if there are like that contaminations, even they are fallen down, we should not disrespect. We have to give complete respect, because with the power of chanting and devotional practices, they'll come back to the situation. But with the previous habits, occasional fall downs will be there. And that's the reason in the 9th chapter also, Krishna said that Kshipram bhavati dharmatma sasvachatam nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi namai bhakta pranashyati. So if there are accidental fall downs also, in those situations, I will help them. I will make sure that they will not fall down forever. This is the abhaya given by Krishna. That is prakshepatmika maya. But next one more maya is there, avaranatmika maya. Avaranatmika maya, it is such a wrapped condition with a series of layers of maya, and the jiva will definitely prone to forget all the situation, all the pain that he has undergone for many lifetimes or many millions of years. This avaranatmika is very strong. It will in the before the beginning of devotional life, how it will be, and after devotional life, how it will be, I'll explain. In avaranatmika's life, before Krishna consciousness, how the jiva will experience is, he will, because of these various coverings of maya layers, the pain he will forget, and he will think that I am happy, I got this much money, I got a nice wife, I got nice home, nice car, nice job, nice kids. This is all avaranatmika maya, and he will be engrossed with that layers, and he will forget, and he will forget the aim of life also. And coming to the devotee also, how this avaranatmika maya acts means, now the devotee thinks that I'm a staunch devotee, I'm practicing Krishna consciousness for so many years, and he will take maya for granted. He will have overconfidence upon his spiritual practices, and he will forget the power of maya. This is very dangerous condition. Because of that reason only, many advanced devotees we see, they are very senior Vaishnavas, senior sannyasis, but we are seeing them, they have fallen down. And if it is accidental falling down, prakshepatmika maya, Krishna will give chance again and they will come back to the track. But this avaranatmika maya is very dangerous. They will prone to commit offenses against spirituality and other Vaishnavas. And because of that, false ego or overconfidence due to this avaranatmika maya, they'll forget the influence of maya, they'll forget the need of spirituality to follow, to be serious and to be attentive against committing these offenses, and thus they will fall down. This is very important to realize of these two. And thus, Jiva, with this Avarnatmika Maya, he comes out, and mother will forget the pain of labor pain, and kid will forget all the series of pains that he has undergone for millions of lifetimes. And they are starting thinking that that's why first Maya is Mother Maya only. The Maya, because she will treat him as a king. She will not keep him down, she will not ignore, everyone will pamper, and if they he will cry, right? And he will take the advantage of that situation, and if they keep him alone, keep him down, he starts crying, and they will say that, oh Kanna Chitti, they will try to carry one after another, and he started thinking, I am the enjoyer, these are all my servants. So that's it. Gone case. They will forget that the pains. He pray, how he prays, the Jiva prays, I will be your servant, please get rid of me this situation, I will never forget you, I will always remember you, I will always pray for you. So all this gone with this Avarnatmika Maya. And one more worst situation is when the Jiva grows up in this gross body, he will completely forget about suffering, and they don't know that they are suffering. They are in such situation, and no elders will teach. Mother will not teach, teachers will not teach, or any elders will not teach that you are suffering, because they are also Moda. They are also in the foolish condition. They don't know that they are suffering. And what they will educate that, my dear son, you are suffering. No. So what is happening? Most unfortunate situation in this material world, in the current situation, in so-called educational institutions, is they are not teaching the real gnana, that you are suffering. Suppose some may think these people are, ISKCON people are so much pessimistic. Why always they are thinking of negative? They can be happy, right? See, an illiterate person is there, a farmer or uneducated person is there, and a educated child in a topmost university is there, let's say IIT, or here Oxford University or Stanford University. So is there any difference in the other than the knowledge about eating, sleeping, mating, defending, between these two people, an uneducated person and a topmost educated person? No difference, right? They are only these four categories we will see overall. There is no difference between these two people. Then what is making these institutes different? What difference they are making? Nothing. Then what's the point of this kind of education? If someone being educated that there is a chance, how precious this human life is, and there is a chance to put ending to this suffering, that is the real knowledge that is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. The real knowledge is, the real goal of a Jiva life is Krishna Prema. That is highest goal. And also prime goal is to know the suffering of a Jiva and how to get rid of that suffering. So Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. These are all the prime sufferings we should focus. And this knowledge can be sufficiently given in Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a beautiful verse, Labdva sudurlabham idam bahuma sambhavante manushyamat anityam apiha dhira turnam yete tanapate danumrutya yavan nishreyasaya vishaya khalu sarvatasyat. So after many births only we are getting this rare human form of life, which is, though it is temporary, but you will have a lot of opportunity to get ultimate perfection of life. And this Krishna consciousness is guaranteeing that great possibility is there to achieve that perfection, which is not available in any other form of life, in any species of life. And in this regard, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura gave a very nice song. He mentioned a very nice song in his Saranagati prayers. Everyone must read that prayers to realize ourselves how what prayers we would have prayed when we are in womb, and how the mood should be carried, how we should be cautious of these sufferings, and how we have to pray to get out of these sufferings. Now we understood so far, these are all the sufferings we have to be aware. So, how to get rid of those sufferings, these Saranagati prayers will be very helpful. Only first stanza, because we don't have time, only first stanza I will sing, but we will go through the all translations. This is very important. And see, Sharanagati by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura. भूलिया तुम्हारे संसार आशिया पेये नाना विध प्याता তোমার চরণে আসিয়াছি আমি বলিব দুঃখের কথা বলিব দুঃখের কথা. Yeah, we'll see the translations. Very nice. If someone is willing to read, you can read.
I can read. I can read.
Please read.
I forsook you, O Lord, and came to this world of pain and sorrow. Now I submit my tale of the woe at your lotus feet.
Yeah.
Like all the
read two verses, two translations. This we'll discuss.
While still in the unbearable fetters of my mother's womb, I saw you before me. You revealed yourself but briefly, and then abandoned me, this poor servant of yours.
So now Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, a realized soul, he is helping us for our own realization also, and how to pray to get rid of this situation. So he is saying that, oh Lord, I came to this world of pain and sorrow. First of all, Krishna said that in Bhagavad Gita, Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. This material world is a place of misery. We should realize that. So here he is saying, this I came to this world of pain and sorrow. And when Krishna said, Acharyas are saying, this place is a world of misery, pain and sorrow, how we can think that I am happy? Isn't it illusion? So that clearly shows that our sense perception, our feelings of so-called happiness, I am happy, these are all the misconceptions of illusion, our ignorance. So there is no happiness in this material world, and especially there is no proper goodness. Pure goodness is not there. Only the so-called goodness will be there. So-called temporary illusory happiness is there. Okay, but there is no. And what we have to do after realizing, we have to submit ourselves at the lotus feet of that Supreme Lord, Paramatma or Sri Krishna. And he is saying that while still in that unbearable fetters of my mother's womb, I saw you before me. I told no, when the soul is pious enough, he could see Paramatma. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur, a pure devotee, he is saying that I saw you before me, you revealed yourself but briefly, and then abandoned this poor servant of yours. Because he is a pure devotee, he can say those words, you have abandoned me. But we are not that much qualified to say like that. But it is our misfortune, our negligence, that we are not under the shelter, proper shelter of the Paramatma. He did not abandon us, but we ignored taking proper shelter of the lotus feet. And yeah, third and fourth Mataji.
At the moment I swore to worship you after taking birth, but birth came, and with it the network of worldly illusion, which is robbed me of all good sense.
Yeah, fourth also.
As a wounded son in the lap of relatives, I pass my time smiling and laughing. My parents' affection helped me to forget the pangs of birth, and I thought the word was very nice.
So this is all Avarnatmika Maya. Even though I worshipped you, I prayed for you, but when we came out, we are stuck up in the network of worldly illusion, like a web. If suppose we are stuck up in the web, we don't know where is the exit of it. Suppose in India also there is a maze, illusory maze. Once we are going into that Jantar Mantar or in that maze, everywhere we will see that we don't find the exit. We will stuck up in that. Only with external help only we will come out of that maze. So in the same way we are entangled, we are trapped in this worldly illusion network. So it is very difficult, and on top of it the mothers and relatives affection is making me forget that I am trapped. So this is most precarious condition. Yeah, fifth and sixth month.
Day by day, I grew and soon began playing with the other boys. Shortly, my powers of understanding emerged. I read and studied my lesson incessantly, traveling from the place to place, proud of my education. I grew wealthy and maintained my family with the undivided attention. Oh Lord Hari, I forgot you. Can I read the last one?
Yes, Mataji.
Now in old age, Bhaktivinoda is said, he weeps, I failed to worship you, O Lord, and instead pass my life in vain. What will be my fate now?
So Bhaktivinoda Thakura is saying that I am weeping. I forgot you. I grown up and I am proud. I am puffed up with so much acquisitions in this life, and I fail to worship you. So we are also in the exactly same situation. We are also failing to worship Him desperately, incessantly. Whatever our chanting, it is not with intention. Maybe my chanting at least, it is not intensified. It is not a desperate call to Lord Krishna to invoke His mercy. So that desperation, that condensation, that condensed prayers, that is needed for us also to draw the attention of the Supreme Lord, to invoke His mercy, to get rid of this miserable, horrible situation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
With this, we will stop here.
I think Mataji must be busy with his guru. His guru is
Yeah. Okay, we will chant the prayers. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Vaishnavas, and before that, we will chant the prayers to Lord Narasimha Bhagwan to give protection to all of us for our devotional service. Okay. उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहं. नरसिंह भगवान की जय. प्रहलाद की जय. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo. Vaishnav Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Maharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Prabhupada की जय. गौर हरि हरि बोल.
Hari 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 Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you everybody. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.